Good morning. Good morning. I am back. And like I promised, I am doing the makeup sessions for the days that I recorded, but the mic wasn't on. So it seemed to work out well yesterday, and it looks like it's working out well again today. So hopefully, you're having a wonderful Tuesday morning. And today we're going to talk about this is the re recording of day 88, and we talked about how to overcome fear. We talked about the fear cycle, and we have talked about, well, the fear cycle in two different ways of looking at it. This is the fear of failure, but if you don't fail, you can never grow and expound and become and evolve, right? And so then we talk about the cycle itself, which is, there's the trigger. Something will happen, the event that causes you to become afraid. Your response to that fear, what we call the fear response. And then it turns into negative feelings because there's regret and remorse and hopelessness and what have you, the emotions that come with that fear response. And then the last is the self-destructive behavior. And then that cycle just keeps going. And then there's the event, then there's the fear response, then there's the negative feeling, the destructive behaviors, and on and on and on. And so we have to learn how to break the cycle. And most cases on how we learn how to break the cycle is we need to separate the fear from the truth. Okay. Um, and many times we get apprehensive, a little intimidated by pursuing the things that are most important to us, or the things that we think are valuable, or even aspiring to achieve a dream or a goal that we have, because we become afraid of we become afraid of being judged, someone's judgment about us. We're afraid of disappointing our family. We're afraid of disappointing ourselves, letting ourselves down. Um, Maybe we feel that we don't have the education, we don't have the ability or the resources or the influence, or we just don't know where to begin, or it's a little bit out of our reach. And who are we to try to do something that's never been done before or never been accomplished by anyone else? But we wouldn't have the light bulb, we wouldn't have the airplane, we wouldn't have the steam motor, we wouldn't have electric cars if everyone believed in doing things the status quo way and never elevating, never evolving, and never doing something a little bit different and new. And then, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Look at Elon Musk. It doesn't matter how much money you have. People will talk about you. People will call you eccentric and crazy. And, I'm thinking of Howard Hughes and all of these people that have had money. You can be just like anyone else. I mean, it doesn't matter how much money, how much influence. Even the president of the United States gets ridiculed, right? And so we have got to recognize that, life is life. And the truth of the matter is that we can accomplish the things that we want to accomplish if we put our mind to it. Because the thing that you are is going to attract the things that you need. Okay. And so we don't go after our dreams. We don't go after the things we aspire to because we are afraid that it won't be received well. Ooh, let me drink some more coffee. We're afraid that it won't be received well. We're afraid that people won't get it. And really, we're too lazy to help them get it. Right? So we just take the easy way out. We just don't do anything. So what we need to do, what we need to recognize is fear versus the truth. We know that there's good fear and bad fear. It's called the fight or flight, right? So the good fear is going to cause us to fight. It's going to motivate us to go after the things that we need, that we want, that we deserve, that we desire. The other bad fear is going to cause us to run away, to hide, to believe the lies that we have been given or told or we're telling ourselves. So we have to learn to decipher fear from our inner truth, right? And your inner truth is always going to, you just look at it. Remember those cartoons where they used to have, the character in the middle, dog, cat, person, whoever it is, they are thinking about doing something, right? And then the little red devil pops up, and then the white angel pops up, right? Or the angel in white clothing or whatever. And the devil is, talking mischief, talking negativity, right? And the angel is talking positivity and is a conscience, right? And so just look at it this way. This is the lies that people have told you, that you've told yourself, that the little devil is the negative talk, the negative self-talk that we say to ourselves. It's always constantly in our ears. You're not the expert. You can't do that. They'll laugh at you. They'll make fun of you. What are you trying to do? Who do you think you are? Blah, 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 blah. You're too fat. You're too tall. You're too black. You're too white. You're too this. You're too that. Blah, blah, blah. Just nagging, 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 nagging. And then there is that thing on the inside of you, that inner truth that says, but you were created for this. You can do this. There's people that want to help you do this, right? And so you've got to know how to decipher between fears and your inner truth. Your inner truth will never bring turmoil or confusion to you. Your inner truth is never going to tell you that your weaknesses are limiting and paralyzing. Your inner truth is always going to help you find a way to accomplish the things that you say you want to accomplish them. You're going to hear things like, you can do this. If you would just go back to that networking, there were people there that had knowledge that could help you. If you would ask for help, help would come. It's that thing that's giving you ideas and solutions, as opposed to telling you to give up. Jesse, let me call you back. I'm live. It's never going to cause you confusion. It's never going to lead you down a path that's going to cause shame, right? Now, that being said, you will stumble and fall because you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes you'll think, oh, I can do this and that's, that, and the other, and you don't have all the tools, and you don't have all the methods, and you don't have the influence or the resources that you need. And it's like I'm up in the mountains and I decided to make collard greens, and then realized I didn't have everything I needed to do my famous collard greens, right? So I'm making do with what I have. Now, do they taste good? Absolutely. They were cooked by me. But I couldn't do what I knew to do. So there was things I had to do. There was, some guesswork going on. But because I relied on what I know, and the fragrance and the flavor that I know that I can create, I found a way to create that. So my inner truth is, girl, you can cook. You can lay it out. So make it work. My negative talk would have been, well, you don't have what you need. It's not going to taste right. And you're not going to like it. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. You're on vacation anyway. Why you want to make collard greens, right? So that's the difference. I could have talked myself out of it, but why? But why? I was just happy that in the place that I'm in that they had collard greens. So what you say? Thank God for small miracles. So we got to get to the point where we understand fear versus our inner truth. Because when we can combat our fears with our inner truth, when we can combat the fear of what's holding us back, what's keeping us from moving forward, when we can put some truth on it, when we can learn how to handle the truth, we can do some things and we can accomplish some things and we can see the trajectory of our lives just begin to take form, and we can see that it's possible. The thing that we desire the most is possible. The impossible becomes possible. It becomes hope. So we can learn to tell the difference between these two voices by tapping into self-awareness, becoming aware of oneself. The wisdom we have about ourselves, the knowledge we have about who we are, and how we react to the world around us, to the people assigned to us, to the relationships that we have, and we nurture those relationships, and we become more self-aware of what we say, more self-aware of what we do, more self-aware of how we present ourselves, then we can start to decipher what is truth and what is fear. And I guarantee you, using this wisdom, you can do anything you set your heart to, anything you set your mind to. But you got to know the difference between fear and your inner truth. Because let me end with this. You were created with a solution on the inside of you for others, but you were also created with the solutions inside of you for you. It's right there, and you've got to discover it. Everything you need, you already have. You just got to uncover it. It's like a treasure hunt. But the treasure is hidden inside of you. I am Coach Linda. This is 100 Days of Purpose. I am so glad and happy to be able to go on this journey with you. It's exciting for me every day that I get do some study and find out what's being said and where it's going, and how can I help you become people of purpose, strategically, intentionally, and on purpose. I get excited because that's just one more person I get to help. If only one person sees this video and it helps that one person, then I have done my job. And I can't do my job if I don't show up. So I show up, and I'm glad about it, and I'm glad to do it. I am Coach Linda, and this is 100 Days of Purpose. And as I say, I'm out.